Today on Ridge Roamer, we'll go over the final tweaks to installation of the Carpuride system on my Triumph Tiger 900, and then we'll take it for a spin, see how it does on the road. As a final recap on installation, here's what I changed on this Carpuride. I did go with a Ram clamp mount that I had, along with a shorter arm. I think it just kind of tucks it in there a little bit better, keeps everything centered. I'm sort of a symmetrical guy. I like things to look symmetrical, and I'm happy with the way that setup is. And then wiring just comes straight down behind the display, and then from there I have the wiring going down basically under the tank. I just fished it through here under the tank with a wire and pulled it back. Then it goes under the seat, and then from there it comes up, and I made a little notch in the Triumph little storage area back here that has the USB, and that allows the wire to pass through. I understand this is not completely waterproof anymore, but it's at an angle. I don't really store anything in there anyway, other than maybe some paperwork. And then I plugged in the USB directly to this USB. I did have to use an extension. There you need about a 12 to 18 inch extension to be able to get that that wire all the way from the mount back. But then with that plugged in, the display only comes on when the bike is running. So even when you power it up here, it doesn't come on. But then as soon as we power, or we, let's see here, I'll pull in the clutch, put it to run. Now that's when that powers up. So that's what I want. And then as soon as I kill it, everything goes off. So I'm really happy with that power layout. Super simple to do. And I know for sure it's never going to drain my battery. Boots up automatically, all touch screen, so I can say I'm headed towards work. Playing. If I want to go to full screen on GPS, I can do that. If I want to go back to full screen on music, I can do that. Everything works great, even with the gloves on. me a full update on my phone as far as battery life, connectivity. It's got the setup where I can use the microphone to do Google lookup if I want to search or tell it to do something by voice. Traffic is a bear today. Great. Go back to my split screen here. I can get in here as well to all kinds of different apps. I can download more apps. Not that you want to be reading the news while you're riding a motorcycle, but it does have a lot of capability to customize it and use whatever information that you need, whatever, for example, music app that you use. You can lay that all out and get it set up properly for your needs. Then you do have the capability to exit as well. Once you exit, this is back to Carpuride's screen. So if you want to use their audio player or do everything through them instead of through Android Auto or Carplay, then that's a possibility. You can turn the display off, you can go in, change a bunch of settings. Visibility is awesome. It's not super sunny out right now, but I'm getting zero glare off of this, and I think the combination of the little sunshade there and the ability to tilt it any way you want with it being pointed directly at my, what is a black jacket today, chance of getting any glare is going to be very minimal. As soon as I want to go back, this mounted on the handle, but still really easy to reach under and grab a hold of it. Yes, I know my wrench is on. It's for oil change, which I did myself last time. And yes, I know I work at the dealer, but still have to take it down to service and get them to turn it off, which, I don't know, I guess it's just easier to ignore the light. the Triumph app for navigation. Basically what you get is where your destination is set, how far away you are, what your estimated time arrival is, how many miles, and what time you're going to get there, as well as some turn-by-turn directions in the middle, which is just going to be, you know, like the bar up top, turn right in 1.7 miles at exit 3, but you're not going to get a full map. And having the visual map is great, especially when you're off-road. Having that capability to see, you know, you can use the satellite view or not at your choice, but having that capability to see the roads exactly, if there's, you know, some intersections where you've got in one spot or very close together 2 roads turning at once, and you don't know if you're supposed to take that fork to the right or fork to the left at the intersection. That you can all see now perfectly on the GPS, as well as have the capability to control your music on the same screen. And I don't have to worry about the app. I can do everything here. Nothing is tied to speed or whether the vehicle's in motion, so it's irrelevant. Obviously you want to be safe, but if you're riding down the road and you need to add a destination, and you're just sitting on cruise control on the interstate and you need gas, you can start searching on here where the nearest gas stations are. So very handy. So much more capability than just what you get through the Triumph app, without having to have your phone on a mount, exposing it to the elements, exposing it to sun, which can overheat phones, exposing it to vibration, which can damage especially cameras. For the money, this thing is a no-brainer in my mind to add if you want to have capability to do maps, music, all of that type of tech. I love where this is mounted. It's in my field of view. I'm not having to constantly look down to see a mount real low. I'm super happy with it. And I'm just moving around looking for glare, and I can tell if I have this adjusted improperly, I could get some glare. If I've got it pointed up at the sky, it could happen. But if I keep it set up properly so that it's pointed a bit more down and at me, I'm getting 0 glare. So that's something that you can play with, especially with this ball mount. And I get a little bit of vibration on it with this mount. When I'm low speed, something bumpy, I could probably reinforce that a little bit. But honestly, once you're riding, it's been super stable. And if you're worried about that, you could always put it down low. But again, I wanted this in my field of view so that it's really easy to see without having to take my eyes off of what's in front of me. Hopefully that answers a few questions that you might have had about this Carpuride and whether that's a system that's going to work for you or not, based on your needs. For me, loving it. Hope y'all have a great day. I have made it to work, so I'm going to get busy here. Hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ride safe. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any other specific questions. If you made it to the end, definitely hit that like button. I would appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe as well.